Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I'm Handy. Welcome, Angela, to our weekly one-on-one meeting. And congratulations. So this is your first day officially in the internship. So I'm excited to welcome you, although we already have met a few times, but that was
Yes.
part of the onboarding process. But now we are on the meat. Okay, even if this is still the first day, I'm hoping that you can get up to speed and productive quickly. Not because I want to rush you, but it's because I think that the quicker that you can be productive and achieve something, it gives you motivation. Okay, because you feel like,
Okay.
oh, I did it, I did it. So that's a good thing. Okay, so and we need to keep that motivation on a weekly basis. So
Okay.
right, so as usual, the first 5 minutes will be Segue. So please, Angela, start with your personal best.
Okay. I think my good news this week is uh, I actually have been very lazy this week. Actually, I don't move my body. I just play. I just um,
Okay.
play my phone and also do some tasks in front of my desktop, in front of my laptop. And
Okay, and thankfully
yesterday,
your heart is still
thankfully,
moving, right?
yeah, and thankfully yesterday I moved. I did work out a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
Okay,
Alhamdulillah.
I finally get it. Yeah, I get it together again. I try to not be lazy, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm also happy that this is my official first day of doing internship,
Mm-hmm.
Lovia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all about my good news. What about you, sir?
Okay, thank you. So after not being moving for a few days, did you notice any increase in body weight or something?
Yes, yes, actually.
Okay, I think that's a good thing, right? Yeah, you need to be more healthy in this COVID-19 situation. More healthy, but not more fat, maybe.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so about me, my personal best. I'm not sure if I said this one to you, but did I mention about the uh, AWS uh, subsidy or credits that we are
Mm,
going to hopefully get? So there is a potential good news that AWS, our hosting company, where we host
mm,
a majority of our infrastructure, is considering to provide credits for the
mm,
cost of running the infrastructure for a pretty good amount and for a pretty good time duration. So it's still
mm,
being finalized, and I'm not yet sure what is the outcome. It can be rejected, but I'm hoping that
mm,
it will be approved within
mm,
the next week. There will be a decision from them. So if that happens, if it gets approved, then that means we can save a lot of costs
mm,
for infrastructure. And it doesn't mean that we will reduce the cost. It means that the cost will then be able to be transferred to other things like maybe hiring new people and
mhm,
increasing the resources uh,
mm.
that previously was for infrastructure. So I'm really looking forward, and I hope the deal will get through.
That's good, sir.
Okay, thank you. And the next part will be, I think it's like a scorecard review, right? But we don't have, I don't think that we have a scorecard yet because not doing some things. So we can skip to the rock review, which is also not yet. There is no rock yet. Um, but today that we will define your rock. Okay. So maybe just to uh, are you aware of what a rock is?
No,
No,
what is
okay.
it?
So it's a terminology from EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System, that we use as
Mm-hmm.
our business strategic planning methodology. So each one in the company has rocks, and a rock
Mm-hmm.
rock means it comes from the experiment that if you have like a bowl or something, like for example, we have a bowl like this, and you put water first, and then you put uh, like small rocks and
Mm-hmm.
sand, and then you put the big rocks last. What will happen? The big rocks will not fit, right? So what happens if instead you put the big rock first, you put one, two, or three rocks, and then you put sand and you put the small rocks and then you put the water, it will fit. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the philosophy, is that we should focus on the big rocks first. So that's called a rock. In practice, each one and the company has one to three rocks. So, but maybe for an intern, there will be only one rock. So one rock is the thing that you're going to do. So a rock is actually quarterly. So for normal employees, that will be from April to June. Okay.
Okay.
And for you, well, you start from May and will end in June. So yeah, it's almost the same thing. So you have one rock, and I think it's quite um, easy that if we have decided that you are on the chatbot one, although you are also interested in workflow automation one, that will be a second rock, but that will be a second and less priority rock. But this
Mm-hmm.
one, that means, because in EOS, the philosophy is that it's much better that you do one thing and you do one thing well, okay, and you achieve that, rather than you do two or three or five things and you do it like average. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So that's the general principle. But about the workflow automation, and in this meeting, I will like do that, right?
Okay.
The BPMN, so that I will give you an overview about BPMN Camunda, because last meeting you just get the empty application, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Camunda BPMN, now you have something in there. So your rock will be um, sales assistant chatbot, but a rock should be not just a title, in not just a description, but rock should also be measurable. So by measurable means that, okay, there should be a number there. For example, a chatbot assistant that can handle 10 scenarios. Okay, so it's
Mm-hmm.
still a chatbot, but there are a number of scenarios that it can handle. Uh, I don't know yet whether you will accomplish all of the 10 scenarios, but we will see. That's why we discuss and do the process. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we will discuss the details of the rock later, and we will have a weekly meeting and also the weekly agenda. You already seen the weekly agenda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the weekly agenda, uh, you either do something or you are learning about something. And if you need the learning resources that are not freely available, just contact me, and I can get it for you. Okay.
Okay.
So again, as a reminder, even if this internship is not paid as money to you, but you can get other benefits. Okay. And while during working or learning, if you have any issues, usually the generally is that you can create you can write it on the board. Okay, if there's already a card there, you can just write it on the card, and then mention me so that I can join the discussion on the card on Notion. Or alternatively, you can also
Okay.
uh, okay, you can also contact me on Lovia chat, right?
Okay. Uh, wait. Uh, excuse me,
All right.
sir, for a while.
All right. So now, please open your Notion and the meeting agenda, and then share the screen. So I will let you know how to do this. Oh yeah,
Meeting
uh,
agenda on Notion or meeting agenda on.
on Notion, on Notion. Okay. Oh, I need to finish my previous explanation. So uh, after the week, and
Mhm.
if you have any issues, you can either create an issue or chat with me on Lovia chat. If you have something urgent, then it's better to chat. You can use the private message, or you can also use the channel.
Okay,
And
sir, I'm sorry to disturb you for a while. My
right,
brother. Okay, I'm sorry again that I have to
okay,
disturb for a while.
all right,
My brother.
okay. So I was okay. You can use the chat by in channel or in also private message. And after that, 24 hours before our next meeting, what you have to do is that you record the short video, um, just sharing, okay, sharing what you know or what you did um, during the last week, the project that you've been working. So it's actually it's like reporting. I think the feeling should be it's like sharing knowledge. Okay, it should be sharing knowledge. So, and it does not have to be like detailed or you need some preparation or any editing. No, nothing like that. It should be easy to do, quick to do. Should not recording should be like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, or even just 3 minutes is fine. And you should not take a long time to edit it. So I've mentioned a few software that you can use. What is your favorite software to use?
OBS
OBS. OBS is
Studio.
okay. Yeah, but there is one thing that I don't really like about OBS is that you cannot pause, right? You cannot pause
Mm-hmm.
during recording. So that's an if that's an issue, uh, there are other software that are listed there, right? So you can
Mm-hmm.
try another, but if you are okay with OBS, no problem. Whether you want to, if there are things that you want to edit out, do you know that YouTube allows you to edit the video after uploaded?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I just
So
need.
yeah, sometimes I use it. Okay. Uh, so just upload the entire video, and if you want to remove some parts, you can do it after uploading. Okay, so in the YouTube, you can click edit and then editor, and then you can cut some parts, maybe the start or the end or the middle. And it's actually faster because after the editing and then you save, you don't have to wait for processing. Because if you edit on your
Okay.
own computer, then you will need to render the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
That takes a long time. But in YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
the rendering is done by the YouTube server. So after you save it, then that just close the browser and the
Mm-hmm.
YouTube will do its thing. So
Okay.
it's actually more, it's actually faster to do it this way, in my opinion. But the problem is, if you accidentally put like something like a password or private credentials, then you
Mm-hmm.
have to edit it before uploading. But
Okay.
if it's something like not not sensitive, but maybe more like embarrassing or something, or
Mm-hmm.
ngupil or something that you can edit later on YouTube,
Okay.
right? And
So
after,
should I upload? Oh yeah.
uh-huh.
Okay. Should I upload it to Lovia YouTube channel or my own YouTube channel?
Yeah, you should upload to your Lovia YouTube channel. All right. Although if you want to upload to your own YouTube channel, it's also okay. But the general here is that you should upload to the Lovia YouTube channel. And after that, you make a short blog post, just a summary. It does not have to be as long as the BPMN blog article. It's just a shorter one. Okay, shorter one
Okay.
because the main content is already in the video. So the blog post is just so that people coming from the blog post is aware that there is a video on YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
So any question about that?
No, sir.
Yeah. And after that, the thing is that you will need to prepare the scorecard and the meeting
Mm-hmm.
agenda. So basically, if there are numbers, you put the numbers and which ones are done and which one are not done. And
Okay.
why I need that done before 24 hours is because your manager or me here needs to be able to review what you've been doing and what the scorecards are before the meeting. So
Okay.
because it will not be productive if during our meeting, then I have to watch your video and then read your blog post or read the
Mm.
documentation. That will take some time while you are waiting for me to watch, right? So
Okay.
it has to be done before so I can watch it on my own time. And then during the meeting, we can just go to the point and discuss what are the issues and try to come up with solutions.
Okay.
All right. So let's open the meeting agenda in Notion and share the screen.
Meeting agenda or marketing tag board?
Um, uh, that will be in a marketing tech calendar. That will be in marketing tech calendar. And so we have the meeting. So what I mean by meeting
Oh,
agenda is the one
okay.
in the calendar in
Okay.
Notion.
Okay. Mm. Is this?
Okay, that's right. Okay, so from now on, for next week, you will be the owner of the meeting. So that means that you will prepare the meeting agenda. This is what I mean by the meeting agenda. And you will also be the head of the meeting. The head of the meeting means that you will greet the attendees and you will follow the agendas in the meeting. So it's basically what I've been doing
Mm.
previously, right? So I follow like the moderator. All right. So let's go to number because we don't have any customer employee headlines. So we go to number 5. There will be to-do list. So the way we do this is that you put your to-dos last week and you make a to-do icon there. So you can add, make the plus sign there and then
Here.
link. Yeah. Okay. Add a to-do to do. Okay, and then add plus add, press add, press the add sign. Let me
Oh,
press the
wait.
add sign. Where in the to do you can press the add sign in the keyboard.
Add sign
Yeah,
here.
using the keyboard,
Oh, I'm sorry.
add email sign.
Email.
Yeah, the add,
I don't get it.
the add sign, the add on the keyboard.
Plus
Not plus,
add. Oh
add.
my God.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then
Sorry.
yeah, and then you type of um, the name of the. You don't actually have to write Angela here because you are just
Mm-hmm.
one. But also, of course, you can write it actually. Yep. Okay. Add and then add onboarding. Okay, you can search onboarding there. You just type it. Type onboarding. Onboarding now. Wait a minute, and then you will see the onboarding on marketing tech board. Yeah, the first one. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's because that's your to do, right?
Yeah.
That's your to do for
Oh.
last week. You can click it. Okay, and then make another to do. I think last week I need you to publish a blog post, right?
Mm-hmm.
BPMN blog post. Just write it. I know you already published it, but uh, just so you know that it's a to-do that it's already done. And you can already check that BPMN blog post. And is onboarding already done? Everything?
Yes.
All right. Okay. You did you already move that to the complete lane?
No, haven't, because
Oh,
there you are assigned there, and there is
okay.
one point where you haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's good. That's good. Because I also have accountability, you know. All right. We will check it later. And then
Mm.
there should be a weekly video. I think the weekly video is for next week. Oh, that one that one task is that the high one. All right. So add another to do.
Mm-hmm.
Add another to do, and search again for the what was the title?
Set up
Uh,
rasa, I think.
yeah. Okay. I think it's Sabarasa. Should be there. Yeah. All right. I think it's already done, right? So so next week,
This.
yeah, you can check it out. So next week, actually, these things should already be filled in the meeting agenda before the meeting starts. So when the meeting is run, all you have to do is say that, oh, this one is complete, this one is complete, this one is complete, and this one is not complete. All right.
Okay.
And for those who are not complete, you can say the reason. The reason is maybe still working, no issues, and then we can move on. But if there are
Okay.
issues, then that means you should create a card that describes the
Mm-hmm.
issue, and then we can discuss what is wrong. Okay, so
Okay.
because there's a difference between a to do that is not yet done because
Mm-hmm.
needs more time. Okay, so more time is not an issue. So okay, you need more time, well, then we can do it next week. Nothing to discuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
the real issue is then I tried to do this and it gave me an error, give me an exception, connection error. This database is wrong and so on. Now that's something that cannot be solved just by time, right? So
Okay.
these are the issues that we will discuss. Right. So you can remove the first line there, that the done not done thing. Yeah, it's not really needed.
Wait.
Okay.
No, 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 no. Sorry.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Wait.
Okay.
This. How do I remove it? I forgot.
Yeah, you can use
Oh
backspace
yeah. Okay.
or that's also. There are different ways to delete something in Notion actually. All right. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
anything the
Delete it.
bottom.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Okay.
And and one more thing that we need to make a habit is that we need to be able to track the time. Okay, so we have not tracked yet from the first, but for the to-do list, I think it was around 1420, right, to 1426. So you can put after that 5 minutes there, and the point five to-do list, there is 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can put
Yes.
after that 5 minutes, it starts from 1420 to 1420 28, I guess. WIB, yeah. I put the WIB there because there will be several. Okay, right. Okay, is there any to-do list that haven't been discussed there?
The video.
Video. You already done the video?
No.
Oh no, but all right. I did ask you, right, to report on the high and setup rasa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's not done.
I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah. I thought you said first. I thought you say to record the video is optional, so I haven't made it, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem. But so that will be the next week's video. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So any other to-do list?
Mm, this I read from the
Mhm.
marketing type board.
Mm-hmm.
that you assigned me to do to convert one silver plan. Is that for
Oh
this
yeah,
week's?
yeah. So that is, I think that is the rock, right? I think that is the rock. So
Mm-hmm, the
this
rock.
rock, I think is there a timeline in there? Is there a timeline?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, due
There's a
date.
due date. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
June 30.
due date and timeline. I think it's the same thing, right? Can you move
Mm-hmm.
that? Can you put the date in the timeline and then just remove the due date? Okay. So go to timeline and then click set it as June 30. You can make a reminder there. Okay. Go to timeline. Click on timeline and then just put the date in there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Put the date. It can be June 30 or it can be faster if you want, if you feel challenged.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then the for the due date
Mm,
you can just remove the property. Okay, and for the timeline you can put a reminder in the timeline. Oh, you already did. Okay, so are you clear about the purpose of this? This is the rock that I made for you, right? Okay. Hello. Oops.